99% of fix and flippers are making a huge financial mistake. They're not trying to wholetail their properties first. It's possible you could make more money without even doing the remodel. Let's look and see if it's working in your own backyard so you can be part of the 1%. So step one, let's see if wholetailing is valuable in your market. For free, we can just go to Zillow.com. For this first example, we're going to go to San Diego, California. Under more, we're going to scroll down, punch in cash only. And we've got this place that pops up just right kind of on page one, which clearly to me looks like a wholetail. They've only got 4 pictures on the outside of this place. Guys, just some basic effort is going to make you stand out from the competition on these things. They've got this one as cash offers only, indicating it's an investor looking to sell the place as is to somebody paying cash, most likely another investor. Now, the reason why I did San Diego, California, everybody likes to think that they're special and their market's the most competitive, and that's just simply not the case. This pretty much works everywhere. Opening another Zillow window, we're going to go over here to more again, and we're going to do a different keyword. So this time we're going to do as is, get this gem right here. Again, 3 photos. Whoever did their listing should be taken out back and shot. There's literally like no interiors. Grass isn't even cut. Very, very low effort. Clearly some sort of an investor. There's even this goofy buyers responsible for performing their due diligence before bidding. This might be like a HUD auction or some kind of a foreclosure deal, but clearly people are selling properties as is in San Diego. Big shocker there. Let's check one other keyword before we move on from Zillow. Again, more, scroll down, TLC, and we've got this gem right here. You can kind of just like look at the photos and you start to get the vibe for how most people wholetail. So pretty much just pictures of the inside of this place. At least they flick the lights on and stuff for us, but still have the dishwasher box just sitting there in the picture. Again, small things, raking the yard, getting the lawn cut would make this look a little bit more well put together. But this one also appears to me to be more of an as-is sale or a wholetail. The home is in need of updating in TLC. Fantastic opportunity to restore or customize. So I would argue wholetailing 100% valuable in San Diego. Now, if we want to get a little bit more exact with this, we can dive into PropStream. PropStream is a tool I'm an affiliate of. They're $100 a month. We'll drop a link in the comments to a free trial, but I pay for them and generate a lot of money off of their data. We can simply search at the top, tag flippers, and that's going to then give us a list of properties that are owned by somebody that doesn't live in that house, that's listed it for more than what they paid in under a 12-month time span. So if we look at this guy here on Missy Court, I'm going to speculate that this was a wholetail. I'll let you be the judge, but we can see on here, they paid $620,000. It's now on the MLS for $830 just a few months later, and doesn't really look to me like they did much of anything to it. If you bought a house with the intention to flip it or just looking to make money in real estate, you might as well at least throw the place on market prior to the remodel and see, does it sell? Does it sell at a price that you're happy with? One of the things we've built inside of SoldFast is our own algorithm, and it'll spit out for us what we're going to net if we do the full project, as well as if we just list it without really doing anything more than like a simple cleanup. One of the shocking things we found is that often we're making more money not doing the project versus taking it all the way to retail. Jen Sincero has a really good quote of just see what you can get away with. She wrote like the You're a BA at books. And one of her premises is just try it and kind of see what happens. Now, a lot of folks have this fear of like, well, if I list a house and it doesn't sell and I take it off market and then list it for more, it's never going to move. But guys, we do it all the time. Worst case scenario, if the place doesn't sell, cool. I'm just going to flip it, which was my original intention before I even bought the place. But one of the things that we do is track the leads in our CRM until they change hands. We want to know what they sold for and who bought them. And recently, I was totally wrong on what I thought a project would wholetail for. When a seller reaches out to us and they ask us for an offer, in SoldFast, we just give them their options. So here's where I'm at cash. Here's what I think it goes for as is on the MLS, kind of that wholetail pricing if we were just going to take the listing for them. Third, if you do the full remodel, here's what I think full retail looks like. I was looking at this house and I was like, dude, there's no way this place sells on market at a good price. There's just not a ton of comps. On top of that, he had not winterized the house. So the pipes froze during winter. It was on a slab. Dude, this thing's going to leak like a sieve. I think I had the like wholetail value on it at something like $60,000. So my offer was substantially below that. Well, much to my surprise, he turned around and listed the place for 99 grand and it sold in just a couple days. Why I share that with you is in my head, wholetailing wasn't a possible option on that project. It made my offer come in lower because my only option was to do the full remodel. However, there was another investor willing to pay significantly more than I was willing to pay. This had to go to a cash buyer doing a full gut remodel, and it sold for way, way more than I thought that it would ever go for. One of the big objections I hear about even trying to wholetail a property is, how can I make more money doing less work? To me, that sounds like the American dream. I get to make more money and do less work. But in a nutshell, if you think about it, we don't have all of the holding costs for while we're doing the construction. We don't have any overages that come up in the construction process. And on top of that, chances are that there's somebody out there that's like a handyman type that's willing to do the work themselves, donating the labor, only paying for the materials, that they would pay more for that project than we were willing to pay, accounting for all of our costs. If you're thinking about trying to wholetail your next place before doing the full remodel, I've got a video that I'll link to above that walks you through the deal killers, the places you totally have to remodel, as well as just kind of some best practices. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch today's video. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Again, my name is Ryan Dossey. I'll talk to y'all next time.